Well, in case any of you folks that's got one of these Creworks, wait a minute, leave the thing out so you can see it. Come here. One of these strippers, tray stripper sets that when you go to adjust it up and down, you got to unscrew it 2 or 3 times before it actually takes a hold. Well, I discovered the problem is here, what they had in there for a set screw, which goes in here, was too small, and it allows that to move too much. So I'm going to attempt to remedy that on this one here. I'm going to put a different set screw. This is the one they had, and I worked it over. It had a point on it, but it didn't work. So we're going to try to do this and see what happens here. Well, there went my good set screw, but I got a bunch of them. Anyway, this is, well, I don't know what they had for, what threads it was, I'm sure it was foreign. But anyway, we'll try to run this 1/4 inch tap in here because that's what I've got for, I don't know if you can see it or not. Well, I guess so. Anyway, run this tap in here so I can put one of these better set screws in here. All right. Okay, we're getting close. Okay, let's go a little farther here. I should have showed you before I started, but I didn't give it a thought about doing this. Because that's the trouble. A lot of this stuff I do, and I don't really think about videoing it till we're already half through it, and then basically it's kind of pointless. So now we got this. We'll take this off of here and retrieve my set screw. Well, I'll retrieve it some other point. That's a long-winded thing. I'll get a couple of different ones here. Okay, now let's see if that'll fit. Make sure you go the right way. Get that in there. Tell you what, you know, you get older, I guess maybe it's just me, but the old fingers, they get slick and all that, and you can't hardly do nothing and everything. Anyway, that looks like it's going in there all right. So let's see here now. It's starting to come through. Okay, back you off. And let me see about how this is going to work. We'll put this in here. Doesn't have to be, well, it's a lot better already, I can tell you. Go ahead and tighten it up more. I don't want it to bind. It's not binding. And it's binding now. So we back it off. Back it off. And then we'll put a lock screw, what do you call it? Set screw, that'll lock it. When I worked at the print shop, I did not realize they used this locking theory, and I'd be taking something apart, and that damn thing ain't coming apart. I don't know what the heck is wrong with it. And I got to digging around looking in there, and there's another set screw down there. So they got one to lock it, and one to, that's considerable better. Considerable better. So if you have a problem with one of these, and I don't know if it's just Creworks or any others. But while we're here, we'll go ahead and take a look how this is set up. I'm sure you've already seen them, but they got this thing slides up and down, that piece. And this little rotator right here has got little grooves on it where it grabs your wire better. And then this piece, I got to put it back in the thing. That's because that little slitter. If I'd have known this, when I worked at the print shop, I'd have grabbed me a bunch of these because they only use them so long on the press, and then they throw them away. I could have had all kinds of them, but I didn't. So that's the way that little cookie crumbles. And this is the little gadget that goes back in here. And then we'll attempt to get it like they had it, which I think that's pretty much exactly it. Now if I can figure out what, that ain't the right one. I don't know, maybe it's the same as this. Naturally it's not. Then it's not that one, because that one's too there. And this is not it either. Okay, well, let me see. I'm gonna go. I think I got the correct one over there on my lathe, so I'll see about getting that, and then we'll get back here. Okay, I found it. All it says is it this locks the this little axle. Whatever. Make sure. I don't know what they call it, an axle or what it is, but put it right there where they had their marks before, and that way we'll be centered. All right. Come here, you. Come up there. Okay. And it goes a little something like this here. It's pretty tight fitting. I don't know why they had it like that, but they did. And then, very simple, we put these back in it. That is the fit. It'd been handy if I had one of these little Allen wrenches on the drill, but now I might have one, but so I look it up. We could have this done. My biggest problem with this thing is I don't have enough wire to strip. I had a bunch and I bought this for that. I got it done. I mean, basically I paid for this thing because I got $70-some worth of wire, but I mean, it's paid for now. So that's about what it cost, but the thing is, it's just laying here doing nothing, not paying for its keep. I want to get around here. Boy, when I had these so tight, I tell you what, I like never got these unloosened. I don't know why. They didn't have a Loctite on them, or thread locker, so we can get everybody advertised there. I mean, it's a pretty basic machine, but it is fairly heavy build, I gotta say. And it's a cheaper model, but it's a whole lot like that other one, what I call Strip Meister. About like that. Okay, well, I have that thing, what I do with it. I'll tell you what, I got a nutter. That saw me off the nut yard. The piece that goes on here, and I just showed it to you a minute ago. You guys probably see it, but I don't. Not in there. There it is. There, okay. Okay, so it goes on here like this. Okay. Now you can't really see it either way, but we only got this much and this much now. A while ago we had probably half a round of lash in that thing. Okay, let me see here. Let me put this, well, what else goes in there while I'm at it? This thing actually does. Okay, just a minute, we'll be back here and try this out. This is actually thinner wire really than you should be. There's not hardly any wire in it, and this braided too, or I guess you call it braided, stranded, whatever. Doesn't work the greatest. I use a drill in low range here. And it's still faster than doing it with a pocket knife or something. And then you split it like that. This started to turn green already. Oh, that's an inner liner in that thing. I didn't know it had that. Well, let me just peel this one off first. No. See, it's a little bit, as the Brits would say, fiddly, but see, then some of that, you're going to lose some anyway. This works better with thicker wire, at least thicker, or if you've got solid wire, it works great for that. But not so much with this. But anyway, it works, but if that don't work right, what we do Yeah, I mean, if you got anything else to do like me, I don't really have a lot I have to do, so I can do that. I can spend my time doing this. I can run it back through here again a little bit. There. And, well, that's because this is smaller. See, I didn't readjust because I'm not gonna mess with that right now. On account of this is thicker, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it worked better, because that was the outer, this is the outer hull. Let me just see if I can run this whole thing through here. A lot of guys have these, but you know, a lot of scrappers, they don't take time to mess with this. They turn it in. The scrap guy told me down there when I took some in, he said, well, it's a big difference in price if you got time to do it. Oops, we're jumping over the top of it. Oh, I know what's wrong. Got this wrong. That's what happens when you have it right. I probably fouled up there because you got to kind of hold it down in that groove. Let's see here. Cut that off. Well, actually, what it looks like to me is, oh, here we go. Yeah, it's a little tricky getting it going. I know. And especially the stranded stuff, because some of them want to stay in there, you know. Now this one cut through the green part too, which was good. Because that little thin part in there, what gave me some trouble. All right. Okey-dokey. See, that works out pretty good. You're not going to get rich on this. It ain't like it's gold or something, but it pays more than if you leave the skins on it. Let me see. Get in there. There's guards that go on here, really guides. Well, I guess a guard too, but I found with this thin wire like this, it's better to not have that because you can push it down the hand better. Yeah, we might have to run this one through again. Don't look like it. Very good. See about the other side. Not too great. We'll run down a little farther here. If you get a regular full-size wire, you know, you get a whole bunch of the same size, you just go right through with it. Okie dokie. Well, I know people are probably getting tired of watching this. I don't get tired of doing it. It's kind of fun, you know. So, but old guy like me probably finds fun where other people don't. Oh, come on here. Where are we at? There, this is what I really wanted to do. Take this and snip that off. And then find your spot, wherever it is. Of course, I don't see it now. Over here. Do it like this. Right back here. Now then. Throw that away, and this, and then this. We'll just cut that off. Cut that at a later date. Okay. All right, well, y'all get the gist of it. If you had bigger wire, it works better. Anyway, the point was that this thing here, see, now I just got a little bit of movement. Before it was way up there. So I actually have less than that. In fact, I might do something different. I might check and see if I can find me a ball bearing. It's just the size of that spot we talked about. Put that in there and then put my lock screws in. But anyway, that's going to do it for this. I hope maybe help somebody figure out why they're like they are. I know one guy talked about it. He said he didn't like it because of that play. Well, it is unhandy. It's still usable, but it's unhandy. All right, that's it. Thank you.